Hey everyone, so in a few days I leave on a trip that's going to be between 4,000 and 5,000 miles. I'm going up the California coast, up the coast of Oregon and Washington, all the way to Olympic National Park and then across over to Idaho, down the spine of the Rockies and the Continental Divide all the way down to New Mexico and then back to California. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great time. It's my first big trip with this new GS and I just can't wait. I think it's going to be great. I'm going to be camping about half the time, maybe 2/3 of the time. And then when I'm tired or when I just feel like I need a hotel and a nice shower and a comfortable bed, I'll get a motel for the night. So what I'm going to do in this video is break down how to pack and what to pack for a motorcycle trip of this length. So like I mentioned, this is going to be around 1.5 to 2 weeks long. That's the time I have allowed for it. I'm going to be spending most of my time on the road, so when I'm on a motorcycle, I just like to keep moving. Just something about, I don't like to hang out very much. I'm not doing too much touristy stuff, so it's kind of like a road trip. I'll probably ride between 300 and 500 miles each day, sometimes maybe a little more if I'm trying to get home in a hurry. Now, don't worry, I'm filming another video about sort of the gear on the bike, how to set up the bike, what kind of luggage I use, what kind of accessories I use, what the riding gear, the suit you see here, which is the Carlsbad, the helmet, the Krios Pro, all that kind of stuff. But that's not this video. That's going to be a video coming probably next week or whenever I decide to publish it. So I'm just going to start up here kind of at the tank bag and then work my way back. So the primary gloves I'm going to be using are these Climb Baja gloves, which are ventilated, but I'm also carrying a pair of GTX Gore-Tex gloves here in the tank bag. So just real quickly, I'm using a tablet for navigation. I've also got my phone here on a RAM mount, and I've got a GoPro on a RAM mount, but we'll cover that in the other video. So let's break down the tank bag. The tank bag is an SW Motec Pro, I think it's the City bag. It's great. I'll have this in my other video, but it clips on with a magnetic fidlock closure and it's amazing. I really like it. It's expandable from 11 to 14 liters, so great tank bag. So in the side pockets of the tank bag, what I use this for is, now if you watch my video on the tail pack with all the stuff I carry, I've moved a lot of the stuff around because when I'm touring, I don't have the tail pack and I don't want to have a bunch of stuff in my jacket. So I've got my pain relief pills, I've got electrolyte pills, I've got my quarters, I've got my earplugs in here, I've got hand sanitizer. In the other side here, let's see what I've got. I've got the GoPro batteries and charger, I've got sunscreen, chapstick, I've got eye drops, the key to my bike, which I need to put here in my jacket. I've got defogger or anti-fog stuff for my face shield, and the card, yeah, I think that's about it in here, some business cards. So that's everything in this left pocket. So the great thing about having a tank bag, normally if you notice my videos, I don't ride with a tank bag because I find they kind of get in the way. But for touring, I always use a tank bag. And the reason is when I'm sitting on the bike, I have easy access to stuff. So I can have drinks in here, snacks, camera gear, whatever I need to get to easily. It just gives you another place to pack and it doesn't get in my way when I'm sitting down touring on the highway. So I really like them for touring. So you notice I have my hydration in here. So I don't want to wear a backpack when I'm on these long all-day rides. It's just extra weight on your shoulders. So I put my CamelBak here in the top and I route the hose out and then I can drink while I'm riding along because I'm going to be riding through some hot areas. So going down into the tank bag, I've got my cloth for cleaning helmets, cleaning my glasses, things like that. I've got a cap. I've got the maps. So I use Butler maps, which I can't go into detail in this video, but these maps are amazing. They have all the motorcycle roads. They're just wonderful maps. Really love them. I keep the maps for the next state or two that I'm going through in here so I can access them easily when I'm on the road. I keep all my other maps for later in the trip down in this bag because I don't need to put all of them in my tank bag. I have like 7 or 8 maps with me. So I've got extra earplugs in here. I've got my headphones in case I don't want to use the Cardo. I've got my Leatherman multi-tool. Again, I kind of broke down all that kind of stuff that I carry in every ride in that other video. I've got my filming setup for the GoPro, my mic with a wind sock and the mic adapter for the GoPro. This is a brain cover for the tank bag here. In this zippered pouch here, I've got I've got some charging cables for phones and tablets. I've got a pen, I've got a pencil gauge. Nice place to keep stuff like that. I've also got my lens cleaning solution for my visor. I've got my Climb GTX Gore-Tex gloves for rainy or cooler weather, which hopefully I'll get some of up in the Pacific Northwest, maybe. I've also got my battery charger. So this is that jump starter pack that I talked about. The reason I have it in here is because I can plug in and if I need to charge USB devices, because I've got one USB on the bike, which delivers so much amperage, and then I've got this. So if I need to charge 2 things at once, I can charge stuff here in the tank bag. Hi everyone, my name is Ian and you're watching Big Rock Moto, one of YouTube's fastest growing independent motorcycle channels. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, there's a few easy things you can do right now. You can hit the thumbs up on the video, you can subscribe and make sure to hit the bell for notifications, you can always leave a comment on my videos, and you can consider becoming a Patreon supporter to gain access to exclusive content from behind the scenes, tips and tricks, and so much more. If you're here looking for my outdoor content, my Jeep content, my travel trailer stuff, that's on my new channel, Big Rock Outdoors, which I'll link here in the card and also down below in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and now back to your video. Now I want to say before I go any further, I've done this a few times, I have some experience with it, but every trip that I go on I learn something new, and I always change this as I go throughout the trip. So I'll have to do a follow-up video later, but I'm sure that as I go through this trip and do this traveling, that I'm going to move some things around and reconfigure things slightly, but hopefully I've got the basics right, all right? But you're always learning and you never have it completely figured out, because what would be the fun in that? So let's break into the tail bag here. So this is a dry duffel bag. It's a Tusk duffel bag, doesn't really matter what kind it is, just the one that I happen to have. So what I do with the duffel bag, it's an easy bag that goes on top here, straps on with rock straps. It's a dry bag, so it's waterproof. Mostly in here I've got clothes and things of that nature. So let me break down what I've got. So for clothes, I keep it very minimal on clothes. So I've got a belt here. I like to bring lightweight clothing like this. I don't bring like denim jeans or heavy cotton stuff because I need stuff that dries fast. I need stuff that's lightweight and packed small. So stuff that also wicks sweat away. So like I've got one pair of pants, one pair of shorts. I've got my shorts that I ride in underneath my riding suit. So like these kind of just cheap kind of gym shorts. I've got a pair of swim trunks in case I'm somewhere with a pool. Some different quick dry shirts, like athletic type shirts that I wear under the jacket, or I can wear around camp or to go out to dinner. One decent shirt that I've got if I want to go out to dinner in that. Of course, I've got socks and underwear, which I don't need to pull out, but I carry 4 to 5 pairs of socks and underwear, and then I'm going to plan to do laundry once or twice on the trip. Sometimes laundry could just be like, using the sink at the hotel room and then drying them, or if you're at camp, whatever, just making the best of what you have. You don't want to carry 2 weeks of clothes with you on a motorcycle. It's just too much weight. So I've got that stuff. So I do have freeze-dried food. I've got a number of different entrees for like lunch, dinner, breakfast in here. The freeze-dried stuff is good if you're camping somewhere and there's no restaurant, so I like to usually pick up a sandwich or burrito, something, but if you don't have time to do that, or you're just somewhere where there's not any restaurants, the freeze-dried food is great to have. I don't carry a lot of it, but enough for a couple days. What I've got here is my shower bag. So in the shower bag, I've got flip-flops, I've got this small camp towel, and I've got my shower soap. So I can just grab this, throw my change of clothes in here, go to the shower at the campground or wherever, and I'm good to go there. I mentioned I have the rest of my maps. So all the rest of my maps for the rest of my trip, the rest of the states I'm going to, are in here because I don't need access to them every day. And I have a Puffy Jacket. So the Puffy Jacket's good for, again, you just need one decent jacket you can wear that packs small. I can also use this, so everything's double duty on a motorcycle, right? You don't take a single purpose item. So I can wear this under the suit if I need extra insulation, extra warmth. So that's great there. So instead of taking sneakers or shoes, what I have are these Keen water shoes. You can wear them with socks. Yeah, they're ugly, they look stupid, but so what? You look like a dork, that's fine. The reason I like them is they don't take up much room. They're pretty light and they dry fast. You could use them at the beach or different situations. I'm not bringing like sneakers or loafers or anything like that, obviously, with me. All right, so I use soft panniers. Now I have a video about that, so I'm not gonna go into why, but go watch that video. I'll try to link that here in the card. So let's break down this right side soft pannier and see what we've got here. First of all, I've got these pockets on the front and back, which are great. So in the back one, I've got like protein bars and Cliff bars, just snacks for the road, kind of emergency food, whatever you wanna call it. And then in the front, they're just big enough to carry these 1.5 liter Nalgene bottles. So I like these because if I'm going to be camping somewhere without water, I'll fill these up to provide food for cooking and things that you might need. So it's nice. Between the Camelback and these two, I've got a total capacity of, let's see, 5 liters of water I can carry total. Okay, so let's break down this bag. So I've got the inner waterproof bag here. So in the panniers, I keep a lot of the camping gear. So one rule about when you're packing for a motorcycle for a trip is the stuff that you need to access all the time, keep up at the top in the outside pouches or the tank bag or your jacket pockets, pants pockets, because you don't want to be digging inside your panniers all the time to get stuff you need for your daily rides out on the road. So in this bag, I've got like this cube bag here, which has a lot of different camping gear in it. I don't really want to break all this down right now, but what I've got in here is I've got a cosmetic kit, so shampoo, soap, and stuff like that, toothbrush. I've got trash bags in here. I've got a lantern. I've got a headlamp. I've got my cooking stuff, so knives. I've got a spatula. I've got, let's see, what else do I have? I've got the coffee cup. I've got insect repellent. I've got instant coffee, napkins. I've got plastic bags, different things like that. So the kind of the basic stuff I need at the campsite, but I really keep it to a minimum. I don't bring a lot of cooking gear with me and stuff because I don't want to do a lot of cooking when I'm on these trips. So that all fits in there. That's real handy. I've got extra batteries in there too. Now I keep my tent in the pannier, and the reason I do that is because it prevents me from having to strap another bag on the top of my motorcycle. So here are the tent poles. So what I'm using is the REI Camp Dome 2. I've had it forever, but the tent, this is the whole tent. It fits down inside the saddlebag here, and I can pull it out, set it up. It's easy to do. The worst part about tent camping on a motorcycle, sometimes in the morning when everything's wet and you got to pack up a wet tent, I hate that. Still haven't figured out a solution around that. Now I mentioned the other video where I talk about the tail pack with all the motorcycle essentials. I'll link that here, but you should go watch that. So stuff like that is in these bags. Tools and supplies, repair kits, things like that. Here's my tire kit. So these sit in the bottom. I try to put the heavy stuff, the tools, and the stuff that I hopefully, fingers crossed, don't need in the bottom of the bag. Let's break down this left-hand pannier and see what we've got. So I'll open her up here. It's gonna be more camping gear mostly, right? Because that's what I tend to keep in the panniers. I'm glad I'm doing this because I can kind of see everything that I have. So for heating water, camp stove stuff, I use a Jetboil. I've had the same one forever. Thought about getting a new one, but honestly, it just keeps working. Extra Jetboil fuel. I've got this. This is a portable camp chair. It breaks down real small like this. Nice to have if you just want a comfortable place to sit with a backrest when you're camping, so that's great. I've got like half a roll of paper towels. You definitely need those around camp. This is this little inflatable camp pillow. It blows up and then as a pillow, so you know you're not going to obviously pack a pillow with you. I mean, you're not camping in an RV here, so this inflates and works really well. This is my Therm-A-Rest insulated sleeping pad. You blow this up and it provides a nice comfortable insulated pad for you to sleep on, and I sleep pretty well on it. So I'm taking a 20-degree sleeping bag. That should cover the situations I'm going through. It's not going to be super cold. It actually might be kind of warm most of the time. And I have it in a compression bag here, so it packs down real small. And then in the bottom of the pannier, these are like my heavy tools and stuff packed in this pouch. So hopefully I won't need those at all. And that's why I've got those down inside there. Okay, a few other things before I close. I know I glossed over a lot of the stuff, so if you have questions, comments, let me know down below and we'll have a discussion about it there. And like I said, I don't know everything. I'm still learning this. We're all learning this together, but that's the great thing about YouTube. We can all comment and discuss and learn this stuff together. A few things, so straps. If you use soft luggage, there tends to be kind of straps everywhere. You just want to make sure that stuff is cinched down and secured down. Secure excess straps, because these things have a way of, at the worst possible time, getting caught in your wheel or getting caught, you know, tangled up in your riding suit or whatever it is, or catching on your boot when you try to get off the bike. So try to deal with your straps, manage them really well. Also, back here I have, this is an empty like soft cooler that I have crunched down here. I just have this because sometimes I want to pick up like dinner, maybe before I ride into a campsite somewhere, and so I can keep something cool for an hour or two. It's just a nice thing to have. It's just a cheap cooler. I thought about getting a better one, but I have it strapped down here to the back rack, and it's nice for carrying some cold drinks or, you know, some food to camp, things like that. But if I don't end up using it, I can just pack it away or toss it, because honestly, I think I got this cooler for free. Now, like I mentioned, I'm filming another video, and I'll have that video coming out real soon about all of the selection of the gear and accessories, the riding gear, the luggage on the bike, and how I have the bike set up. So stay tuned for that. I didn't want to put that in this video because the video would just get too long. I hope this was really useful. Again, let me know down below what you think. How do you pack for a trip, or what are your comments and suggestions about this? I sincerely, again, hope it was useful. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, consider becoming a Patreon supporter for exclusive videos. Besides that, ride safe, and we'll see you out on the road.